Noile Virtual Academy, Mr. N. I'm still in the library. I cannot talk. I have live tutoring here in North Valleys of Reno, right? If you're getting this before 2 o'clock today, please stop by if you need help, and we're going to work on some problems. Okay, problem number 6 will be the next one. We need to state if this equation is true or false for the given value for your x, right? And here's problem number 6. So what you have? Well, you actually don't have an equation, you have an inequality, right? And the first part is 0.16 minus 0.08 over x minus 0.2 greater than 0.04, and you know that your x is 0.3, okay? So obviously, like in the previous problems, you need to substitute your x with 0.3. Alright, let's do that. Your top doesn't change. 0.16 minus 0.08, that will be your numerator. The bottom one will be 0.3 minus 0.2. Is this greater than 0.04? Well, I don't know yet, but I know how to figure it out, right? So the first thing you have to do here will be to find what is your numerator equal to. And my numerator is 0.16, from which I have to subtract 0.08. Now be careful, right? Be careful here with the way you line up your decimal point, because your decimal points have to be on the same line, right? Because otherwise you're not going to get it right. Subtracting decimals, you go right to left, one digit at a time. 8 out of 6, you need to borrow 1, right? From the next digit, so it'll be 8 out of 16, and that gives you 8. Now here we don't have any more. 1 will be 0, 0 out of 0 is going to be 0. Bring down your decimal point, and 0 out of 0 is 0. So your numerator now is 0.08, right? Good. Let's move on with our denominator. Our denominator is 0.3, and from this I have to subtract 0.2. Good. As you can see, my decimal points are lined up. I'm going to subtract right to left. 2 out of 3 is 1. I'm bringing down my decimal point. 0 out of 0 is 0. So my bottom one is 0.01, right? The question here is this one greater than 0.04? Well, I don't know yet, but I will simplify that fraction, right? Oh, hold on, I made a mistake, right? That's 0.1, not 0.01. 0.1. Good. So let's see. What is my left quantity equal to? My left side of the inequality, right? 0.08 over 0.1. Because I have decimals, I need to move that decimal point in each one of these numbers the same number of steps, right? Because the first one on the top, my numerator, has 2 digits over the decimal point. I need to move my decimal point 2 steps, and on the top I will have 8. On the bottom one, I have to move it the same number of steps, and wherever there is nothing, I'm going to put in a 0, right? So the bottom one will be 10. Now, the question here is, what is 8 over 10? You guys remember that's 8 tenths. That's 0.8. Okay? And now, your problem here, your question, is nothing else but to say if 0.8 is greater than 0.04. 0.04. Is that true? I think so. Okay? And because of that, the answer to number 6 will be true. That's a true statement. Okay? I hope you got it. Let's try one more. Number 4. 2 cubed minus 3y over 4 squared minus 2 greater than or equal to 12, and your y equals 2. Well, we're going to substitute that y into your expression, right? So your expression now becomes 2 cubed minus 3 times 2 over 4 squared minus 2 greater than or equal to 12. Oh, great. Let's do one part of your left side, which is a fraction, right? One part at a time. And I have 2 cubed minus 3 times 2. Well, you guys remember PEMDAS that says parentheses, which I have none, exponents next, right? I have exponents 2 cubed. Well, 2 cubed will be, I'm going to show it here on the top. 2 cubed. It looks like people are getting the library here. Sorry for that. 2 cubed will be 2 times 2 times 2. And that is 8, right? So 2 cubed will be 8 minus multiplication will be next. 3 times 2 will be 6. The answer is going to be 2. Okay? So on the left side, on the top, I have 2. Let's check the bottom one. I will change the color again. The bottom one said 4 squared minus 2. Again, you're going with the exponents first, right? 4 squared is 16. Minus 2, and that gives you 14. Okay, so it will be 2 over 14 greater than or equal to 12. What do you guys think? Well, if you're still not seeing it, you can go ahead and simplify this fraction, because 2 and 14 are divisible by 2, so if you divide each one by 2, 2 divided by 2 will be 1, 14 divided by 2 is going to be 7. So my expression will be 1 over 7 greater than or equal to 12. But that's false, right? That's not true. In this way, I can answer this question and say this one is false. Alright? Well, this is it. I will do one more.
Are you trying to sign on?